Hello, dear Aries. Welcome to your March 2019 Twin Flame Love Journey reading. I hope that you are able to benefit tremendously from the Osho Zen Tarot reading, along with my intuition and the Mythic Tarot, which I'll be clarifying with, as well as the Tarot of Sexual Magic to give more intimate details where warranted. This is my first time completing this, so I think it's only right for me to give you a background on my inspiration for completing these readings. I am a twin flame. I'm a Leo twin flame. And I've been aware of this since around the year 2007. I knew I was a twin flame based on a dream. So, over the years, it's been a whole journey. First, I tried to delve in and figure out, like, what is this journey? What is this twin flame theory about? I just realized that there's somebody out there who, resonates with me or has a mission to complete with me in this life. But how do I find him? And then, later I would realize that I didn't need to look, that the closest thing that the thing that I really needed to do was look in the closest mirror, and that was to discover more about myself and to embrace my authenticity and embrace who I am. And that led me to today. I grew up in very ultra conservative religion, and I consider myself a Christian. However, I no longer ascribe to traditional religion. So I would say I'm more a Christian mystic. And I would love to share my insights and my intuition with all of my dear twin flames. I believe that it's time for us to raise our voices in unison and to come together to let each other know that we're not alone on this twin flame journey. There's going to be a lot of insight given here on for those that are in physical separation as well as those in union. I believe that energies are energies, and the energies mean so many different things depending on circumstances. So I'm going to use my intuition to decipher between the two as we go along. Gonna start by saying a prayer to my angels so that my angels will guide me on reading for you, dear Aries. All right, dear God, please be with me as I give this general reading for my Aries for the month of March 2019. Let your spirit flow through me. Help me to deliver messages that resonate with those they're meant to touch. Help me to be able to discern the truth. In your name I pray, amen. Okay? All right, so let's get started. I'm Shamika, and you may know me from the Facebook page Twin Flame Love Journey. If you are not familiar with that page, you might want to go on over to Facebook. You can do that via the link that I have right here below this video, okay? And join in on the fun. There's also a group that's been in place for a while. It's kind of quiet, but there's very, very good information comes through there. And so we're hoping to get even more participation as time goes by. Okay. Of course, if you haven't already, check out my website, www.twinflamelovejourney.com. You'll find out a lot of cool articles, things I've written over the years, as well as links to these videos. And also a cool online ruin game, and a forum there if you want just a more intimate and private setting in which to communicate with other twin flames. Also be aware that I understand that not everybody is a twin flame, so these readings are also for those that are in soulmate relationships. So could be considered a love reading in general, but definitely these readings highlight more so this twin flame journey. Okay. So we're going to get started. Now, we're doing a reading for Aries, March 2019 reading for Aries. What is the present energies this month? What is the present energies this month for Aries? What will be the general energy for Aries in the month of March 2019? March 2019, my dear Aries. What is the general energy? I have the Five of Rainbows. Now, for those not familiar with the Osho Zen Tarot, the Five of Rainbows would be equivalent to the Five of Pentacles uh, in the Raider White right deck, except it's not, because the Osho Zen Tarot has its own unique meaning or definitions for each card. Now, what I'm going to do is also clarify these with the Mystic Tarot deck and the Tarot of Sexual Magic cards. And we will do that once I pull all of the cards out. We'll go through each card and discuss the meanings. All right, so the present situation is the Five of Rainbows, or the Outsider card, okay? Pulling now for the Divine Masculine. What energies are going on with the Divine Masculine moving into March 2019? Universal energies for the Divine Masculine moving into March 2019. Okay, we have the Four of Clouds. Okay, postponement. All right, universal energies for the Divine Feminine for Aries, March 2019. Universal energies for the zodiac sign Aries moving into March 2019. Divine Feminine, we have new vision. Okay. All right. Now, what is the advice for the Twin Flame loves Aries, March 2019? What is the advice card? What is the advice card as we traverse through the month of March 2019 for Aries? Well, we have Five of Waters. Okay. All right. Evolving energies. Evolving energies for dear Aries for March 2019. What are the evolving energies for Aries, March 2019? We have the Ace of Water. We have the Six of Clouds, and we have the Nine of Clouds. Okay, now let's discuss, dear Aries. Okay, what I want to first point out is that so I want to point out this little boy. Isn't he so cute? He's looking through a gate, and behind the gate is a rainbow, right? And it seems like he's being left out. So what this card is saying to us is that there's something, whether it's our inner child, whether it's something even physically from our childhood, that has us staying behind a gate. And if you notice this chain on this gate, Aries, their lock is on your side of the gate. And you're looking and you're saying, okay, I see that there's this promise, but is it reasonable? Because remember, Five of Rainbows is equivalent to the Five of Pentacles, and Pentacles are very physical, very practical, element of the earth element of the tarot. And so, you're looking and you're saying, Aries, you're like, I see this twin flame journey, I see this soulmate journey, but do I really deserve this? Or do I want to stay in my safety of what I know? Am I really going to embrace my mission? Am I going to embrace my purpose, Aries? Is that could be the general energies that you're going to feel coming into March, What you have to do is recognize the roots of your hesitation, any hesitation that you have, or any limitations that you have allowed to control you, any fear that you have allowed to hold you back. You are not an outsider in this life. You are beautifully equipped to come in and become a major player in your life, to become that creator that you were put here to be, dear twin flame Aries. So it coming into March, with your twin flame relationship, you recognize the beauty, you recognize that it exists even. You might even feel alone. And when you look around outside of yourself and for people to talk to about your sentiments, maybe you do feel alone, Maybe you do feel like, hey, I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to talk to anybody about this. Are people really going to understand this journey? Are people really going to understand the relationship I have with my twin flame? So this applies to both those of you in physical separation and those of you also in union. You know, you're just considering, your life. You're considering the fact that maybe you yourself feel like an outsider, knowing you're a twin flame, knowing you're on a mission, knowing that you are on a journey to union. But first, you have to unify every aspect within yourself. And then on the other end of the spectrum, if you are in twin flame union, perhaps you are feeling like you're an outsider in terms of the way that you and your partner work and the intricacies or the oddities within your relationship and how you relate. Maybe you also feel so excited at this rainbow, that maybe you kind of dim your light in expressing the happiness and the pure love you two share in your relationship. That can be another aspect of the Five of Rainbows, but we're going to clarify using the Mythic Tarot. Let's clarify the Five of Pentacles for Aries in the month of March 2019. Let's clarify the Five of Rainbows for beautiful Aries in the month of March 2019. And I have the Nine of Wands. Wow. Okay. So when I'm looking at the Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, what I see is that, for you guys that are out there that are in separation, it seems like you've been waiting forever. I mean, you've gone through the storms in life. You've probably been in other relationships that were very close. You've had your heart broken a time or two, but you know what? You are passionate about what you believe in, and you understand that your ships are going to come in, and you're very close. You understand that you're very close to manifesting what it is that you came here to do. You also understand that you are on a mission, and that nothing that has happened in your life up until this date has been in vain. Okay. So while you may feel like an outsider, this tells me that your present situation in March is that you have continued to push forward in your beliefs and following your heart and your authenticity, even against all odds. And yes, it can be weary, it can tire you, but you persevere in it. You are stable in the knowledge that you have acquired along the way. So while you may feel like an outsider in certain aspects, some of you, like I said, may be contemplating your past and where you came from. You have stood firm. For those in relationships, you have also stood firm in your beliefs, your partner in you in union. You understand that all actions lead you to the point of no return, that this is your final mission here. And you are persevering in your missions in whatever way makes sense. Not every twin flame is going to be front and center, but you understand that in your small way that your relationship is a light in the dark. For those of you that are single, you continue to persevere. You feel like you've persevered. You feel like, there could be a little hesitation because of the fact that the lock is on your side and that you can step forward, So in any way that you are hesitating, understand that you hold the key to that lock and that the promise is there and that you can move forward. And it doesn't have to be moving forward with somebody physically. Either way, you're going to move forward with your twin because that same passion that's been put in your heart is in theirs. So don't you become scared. You are not an outsider. You have a lot of twin flame divine feminines and masculines out there with you who understand this journey. And that's what the whole point of these readings is about, so that you understand that we all have a universal voice. We all have the same feelings. So Aries, way to go. You hang in there. Let's take a quick look at the divine masculine. What's going on with the Aries divine masculine for March 2019? What's going on with Aries divine masculine for March 2019? Now, Be aware that you could, if you're a man, this would be your card. This could be something that's going on with you. And if you are female, then this could be your partner that I'm addressing right now. And the card that came up for the divine masculine is the Four of Clouds. Now, the Four of Clouds would be equivalent to the Four of Swords. Now, as you know, in the Rider-Waite deck, the Four of Swords is one of rest. It's like, I've decided to move forward. Maybe have gone through some heartache, and now I just want to rest my heart and heal. Well, in the Osho Zen Tarot, the Four of Clouds points to postponement. Now, what do they mean by postponement? When you look at this card, you see a lady, she's in a gray area. She's stuck in a gray world, and she's looking at what seems to be a portrait. And in that portrait are so many colors. The color that pops out for me is the lavender. And she's looking and she's seeing this beautiful, beautiful world. However, she still hasn't stepped through that frame. Do you notice? She's just looking, right? Because, maybe the gray area is most comfortable for her, him in this case. Divine masculine recognizes you, divine feminine. The divine masculine sees you. And many of you actually know who your divine masculine is. Many of you divine masculines, you know that you're a twin flame. It's come to your awareness. And so when we look at postponement, it is the recognition of what we know is beautiful, what we know makes us most alive. But we're still hesitant to step through there because of why? Are we stuck because we are afraid that, it's not as beautiful as it appears? Being a twin flame, being a soulmate, being able to physically participate in love, in exchange of love with someone else is the most beautiful occurrence in this life, if we open ourselves up to it. But unfortunately, there has been a conditioning which makes it seem as if it's safe not to share love, when love is all that there is. And so what's going on with the divine masculine is that he's recognizing what's true, what's beautiful, what's love. First and foremost, he's recognizing that love within himself. And when he recognizes that love within himself this month, he's better able to see you, dear divine feminine. He can see you for who you are when you exemplify that love that you have for yourself. So we're going to clarify the Four of Clouds for dear Aries. Let's clarify the Four of Clouds for dear Aries. What's going on with the divine masculine? Let's clarify the Four of Clouds. We have the Lovers. My goodness, Aries. Wow. Oh my gosh. When you look at this card, you see this beautiful lady. She's standing there. The divine masculine is holding a golden apple and handing it to her. It's as if she's preparing for something. So the divine masculine, this is what the divine masculine wants. Like, this is what the divine masculine sees when he's looking through this frame of colors. He's seeing beautiful love. He's seeing his soulmate. He's seeing his twin flame. And he's saying, man, that is so beautiful. He's a little hesitant. He's been through a lot. But that love, if you notice the rainbow colors on her shirt, on the postponement card, you're noticing that love is seeping in, right? So there's going to be a lot of reflection, inner reflection for the divine masculine this month, dear Aries. And that, if this is your twin flame, guess what, dear love? He's thinking about you this month. He's thinking about you, and he's not only thinking about you, he's thinking about joining you. He's thinking about contacting you. He's thinking about gifting you something. Like, he's thinking about you really seriously this month, Aries, and that's a really good sign. We're going to move along to the divine feminine. What's going on? What are the energies at play for the divine feminine in the month of March 2019? Well, I had the New Vision Tarot card come up. Now, New Vision is a very, very, very interesting card, as its equivalent is the Hangman in the Rider-Waite deck. Divine feminine, you are emerging from your earthbound roots. You are, Aries, You are really showing yourself in all of your glory, in all of your queendom, in all of your magnificence. You are not hiding behind anything this month. You are definitely manifesting. Your spirit is coming forth. As you can see on this card, there's this person who was on the ground. And now this person is raised up and connecting with the universe and the beauty of the universe. So, but this is also a card of isolation, maybe. So, even in, relationships, sometimes, we do have to put our nose to the grind, per se, and we have to go to work and we have to do all of these things. But, during this month of March, you're going to make specific effort to take that time alone and reconnect, to keep remembering who you are. For those who are in separation, same thing. It's easy to get caught up in, well, when is my divine masculine going to call me? When am I going to meet him? But, you are doing the work. You are manifesting. You are connecting with spirit. You are seeing life in all its dimensions. You're understanding the multifaceted aspects of life. You understand that light is within you. You understand that you're connected with all. Let's clarify the New Vision Tarot for the Divine Feminine. Let's clarify the New Vision Tarot for the Divine Feminine. What is that new vision? What is that new vision for March 2019? Let's clarify for Aries. The Ace of Pentacles. How beautiful. So, a result of this new vision that you have, this connected that you have this month, you're going to come up with a lot of ideas, okay? So the Ace of Pentacles is definitely has to do with practical matters. So if you are single and you're out there looking, you're going to have new ideas of where to go, what to do. You understand that the ideas that are put within your spirit, it comes from the universe because you are connected. The only time you miss that flow is when you disconnect. But once you're connected, these ideas come to you, they flow to you. And that is a promise. This is what life is about. Understanding how to balance. There's a balancing aspect I see in the New Vision Tarot, even if it's not always in the Hangman Tarot, which now that I think about it, I think that there is a balancing aspect, right? Also, the New Vision is ruled by Neptune, okay? So that tarot is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the god of the sea, the ruler of Pisces. Neptune is considered a planet of inspiration, dreams, psychic receptivity, illusion, and confusion. Neptune rules spirituality, beauties, and all things subtle. A youthful and sometimes naive spirit characterizes those with a strong placement of Neptune in their natal charts. I would advise you to go and see where your Neptune falls in your birth charts if you follow your astrology. Yeah, so this is beautiful. I'm not sure if there are any aspects coming up with Neptune. Neptune is a slow moving planet, but it's good to have that insight that you are connected, and as a result of this connectivity with the universe this March, you are going to be able to come up with some new creative ideas, new practical ideas, things that you can implement physically, your twin flame and yourself. And if you're not in union, you'll be able to come up with ideas to put you in those places and on your mission as you intend to put you on that path towards union with your twin flame or your soulmate, whichever you decided in this lifetime. Okay? So the advice for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine for the month of March is the Five of Cups. And this card is called Clinging to the Past. Clinging to the past. How many of us cling to the past, dear Aries? Sometimes it's not just you, but many of us, we have a hard time letting go of what was beautiful in the past or what made us feel secure in the past, right? So the Five of Waters in the Osho deck is equivalent to the Five of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck. Now, this lady in this picture, she's clinging to something from the past. She's clinging to memories from the past, dear Aries. Who is this? Is it the divine masculine, the feminine, or together? Is there something that's preventing you guys that are in union from manifesting, from participating in life in the manner that you both feel passionate about because of something that happened in the past? Some memory, some cultivating, some foundation that you've ascribed to that is no longer valid in your life. What is it that you are clinging to? We're going to have to clarify this. Cling to the past. For those who are single, are you stuck in a relationship that no longer serves you, or are you clinging to some aspect of your past or some standard that society has set up for you and is preventing your progress? What is the advice about clinging to your past that this card is trying to tell us for the month of March? And I clarify with the Fool. Wow, that couldn't be any more synchronistic, because the Fool is all about new beginnings. Hey, you got to take a risk. There's something that's going on with many of you Aries, whether in couple or in separation, that you should be doing this month, right? But you're just not doing it. Now, this could be even a place. Perhaps, it's time for you to move forward. Move to a new location. Perhaps it's time for you to start a new job. Perhaps it's time for you to consider a new relationship. Perhaps it's time for you to just get out and about in this world and stop hiding under your light under a bushel. Either way, the advice for this month is to leave the past where it belongs, in the past. Even if you're in a twin flame relationship and your partner has not evolved, and believe me, you're going to never be separated, but you have to learn to let go and take risks, understanding that the more you grow and the more that you stay authentic and true to yourself, the more you will be able to manifest that relationship that you're looking for in this lifetime, okay? So that is the advice for my dear divine feminines and divine masculines for Aries, March 2019. Now let's take a closer look at our evolving energies. I pulled 3 cards for the evolving energies, okay? The first one that I went to is a natural flow from the Fool, right? You want to go with the flow. It's the Ace of Waters, okay? The Ace of Waters is so interesting because this is a very emotional card, and it's very much linked to the Ace of Cups. This is about new emotional beginnings. So for my dear hearts that are not in union, it looks like in March you may actually, by staying in the flow, you are going to come closer. You're going to begin to manifest those pure emotions and that purity of heart in your interaction with something new, maybe something new. For those in union, it could be that you or your partner say, you know what, we're going to take this advice. We're going to take the known risk and we're going to do what we're meant to do in this lifetime together. We're going to manifest something. We're going to go with the flow. We're going to remain in the flow of universal energies, okay? The next card that came up for evolving energies is the 6 of Clouds. Now, the 6 of Clouds is equivalent to the 6 of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. Now, this indicates to me that as you're going with the flow, you may feel in certain aspects as you travel along, right, mentally, that you have this burden. You're like, okay, I'm going to release these certain standards, these certain traditions. I'm going to go with the flow. But what you're going to notice is that as you go with the flow, the burdens lessen, okay? They lessen for you because you have a spirit guide, you have your angels with you, because when you don't push against the grain, when you start moving within the flow, you have guides that come down. And a lot of times this manifests through synchronicity, through other people. People are not even aware what they do for you. Because you will meet people, you'll cross paths with people that you would not have ordinarily if you had not been that fool, taken that risk, gone with the flow, followed your heart. Okay. And this also goes for Aries and couple. So when you guys decide to go with the flow, the universal flow that has been put within your heart, you're gonna recognize help on the way. There's gonna be people who come on your path who are gonna help you along, who's gonna give you an idea, who might physically hold your hand, give you a hug, and be indicators that you are walking per your spirit. Okay. And the last card that came up was the Nine of Clouds. Now the Nine of Clouds is that of sorrow. Okay. So this is just a reminder that it's super important that whatever sorrow you've been holding on to, it's time to let it go. It's your time for freedom, dear Aries, okay? You have the ability to become free, and this is definitely related to clinging to the past. Any sorrows, look, you're past that phase. You learn the lesson, right? You pay attention to the people who are there, who matter, the people who are there as you are going with the flow. Those people that are there with you, those people that are indicators, that's what you pay attention to. Do not fall into sorrow, because when you fall into sorrow, you're not having faith. You're staying in that gray area, divine masculine, and you're staying on that ground, divine feminine. And that's not what you're here to do this month. You are being called to understand that your walk has not been in vain. It hasn't been in vain, okay? And your divine masculine is waking up. The divine feminine is connected and manifesting ideas. You're going to let go of the past, and you're going to take a risk, okay? You're going to go with the flow. And you're going to release that sorrow from the past, any sorrow, because that's just a part of life. We're not going to say it's never going to happen again, but this month, we're not going to let sorrow win, okay? And we're going to clarify with a few cards for the evolving energies coming up in March for my dear Aries, okay? All right, the evolving energies for my dear Aries coming up in March, okay? We said we're going with the flow. The burden's going to be eased because we're going to have people that come in that's going to help us, on this journey. And we're going to release sorrow because we definitely have been through a sorrowful period prior, okay? And the Page of Pentacles is here to clarify. So some of you guys are going to be getting messages. Interesting. You're going to get messages, and they're going to be very practical. And they're going to come in slowly. But you're going to get messages from your twin flame if you're in separation. If you're in union, dear twins, you're going to get messages from others, confirmation that people notice things about your union. People notice what's different about you. People notice the love, okay? And these are going to be material confirmations. This can come via the internet, via mail, via phone call. But you definitely have a message coming in March, maybe towards the end of March, okay? In regards to your twin flame. All right. So we also had the Six of Clouds, and the Ace of Cups came up again. Wow. Now, this is very significant, and these are evolving energies. Let me tell you something. You're going to start something new emotionally, dear Aries, here in this month of March. Many of you are going to start something new emotionally. Now, this could be your twin flame coming in with a message. Okay, this month. It could also mean that you're going to meet somebody new who is going to offer you this cup of emotions. It's going to be very much in the infancy stage. You have two aces, okay, that showed up here. So there's definitely something new that's going to be coming out for you this month. I'm so happy for you, Aries. You're definitely going to do well with the evolving energies, especially if you follow the advice of being able, by taking risks, stop clinging to the past, stop clinging to what doesn't work. Now, when I say don't cling to the past, I don't mean, forget about everything in the past. Take what's good, take the lessons, take what's meant to stay. But anything not meant to stay, leave it alone so you can manifest the beauty that is waiting for you this month, okay? And the last card to clarify is the Empress. Wow. I couldn't have dreamed that this reading would end this way. There's so much promise this month if you follow the advice. If you really follow the advice of moving forward, of connecting with your universes, for the divine feminine, of stepping in your color, dear divine masculine, okay? And not being afraid. Remember that we started off with being the outsider and waiting, okay? Not being afraid of unlocking that gate, okay? Because that promise is sure. That promise has been put out for all of humanity, dear Aries, okay? And Aries, you know, that Empress, man, that Empress is the ruler of Venus. So this definitely relates to love. The Empress, it indicates motherliness, fertility, tenderness, cherishing, compassion, creativity, growth, fruitfulness, manifestation of ideas, manifestation of sensuality, manifestation of love in the physical form. This is beautiful, but it requires going with the flow, staying connected. If you need information on meditation, please feel free to ask. That is one way, prayer and meditation. That's how we stay connected with all that is, dear Aries. I'm loving your reading. So what I'm going to do is pull from the Eyes of the Soul Oracle just to get a quick message on what the energies, more insight on the energies that are manifesting for you here in March, okay? So let's see. Let's pull the Eye of the Soul Oracle, and I have seek the wisdom of your shamanic guides. Wow. Okay. Remember I was saying, and this lady, she has two wolves sitting by her, right? Because she understands that she is connected. She is guarded. You have to understand that you are not alone in this world. You are connected. You are cared for, and that concludes our reading for Aries for the month of March 2019. Before I go, what I'm going to do is pull a Rumi card. Now with Rumi, these cards are so beautiful. You can end it here now, but if you would like to do a little to listen to me read from the Rumi Oracle book on your card for the month, please feel free to stay. Let's pull some Rumi advice for my dear Aries in the month of March 2019, and I have the right choice. Wow. Okay, this is a beautiful card. It looks like there's an angel here, and she's in the middle of some pinkish, which pink, I think that's a beautiful color for love, right? So let's begin by reading exactly what it is, this message for the right choice. What is the right choice? Per this reading, the right choice would be connecting with God, connecting with spirit, whatever you believe in, and going with the flow so that you can manifest, so you can begin something beautiful, so that you can receive your messages, so that you can manifest and you can grow and you can just be beautiful. Some of you may even, who are in union may be getting pregnant, that could be a possibility with the Empress and the Ace of Cups popping up like that. But let's see what this message is by Rumi, the right choice. Stay close to those who know about the heart. Choose the shade of a tree that is in constant bloom. Don't meander aimlessly among the herb sellers and potion vendors. Go directly to the shop that sells nothing but sweets. Don't sit waiting by every boiling pot to have your plate filled. Not every boiling pot is cooking what you want. Not every sugar cane is filled with sugar. Not every down has an up. Not every eye has vision. Not every sea contains pearls. Rumi. Within you, I recognize my most trusted friend. We go back a long way to before that moment when time began. We knew each other then, even before time was born. So I say, hello, my old and dear friend. So lovely for us to meet again. And I feel how your heart responds with a wave of love, for it is that love that is you, my most trusted friend. On the path of love, there is not so much wrong and right in the moral sense, so much as what is wrong or right for you. The mind cannot help so much here. Only the heart can speak such truths. The mind may reject it, recoil, analyze, and find all the reasons why the simple truth, the right choice of the heart, cannot possibly work and only lead to pain. That is what the mind does rather well, actually. But it doesn't mean the right choice, the heart choice, becomes incorrect. It means rather that the heart has outsmarted the mind, and the mind will need to bow to the heart, even without understanding its sometimes impenetrable mysteries. Or one can choose to stay in inner conflict, fighting against the right choice, but eventually love will prevail and the way forward must be taken. So, can you give up what you have planned, believed, or decided? Let the heart wisdom that silently and constantly broadcasts its pure and true intention into the fertile womb of the universe lead the way instead. It will lead you along the right path to the right house where sits the right master for you. He grabs you in a bear hug and gently whispers into your ear, "What took you so long? I've been waiting for you since the day you were born. Now we are together. It is time for us to play." It is said that one man's meat is another man's poison. To base your choices on what others have chosen for themselves may end up killing you. Better to take the risks on the angel of your own heart, wise as that being is, and dance to your own heart rhythm instead. There may be fear if others seem to be dancing different steps, but beloved, you know that is just because every heart has its own unique rhythm and yours doesn't want to waltz so much as to tango. So why not allow it to be thus without fear or doubt? The oracle comes with a message for you. In your heart, you know what holds meaning for you. You may or may not have a grand vision to go along with that meaning as yet, but deep within, you know what is without value and what holds value for you. You were born with those values intact in your heart, and whatever confusion has arisen for you along the way is just where the values of others have transfused into your own blood. It's time for a transfusion of holy light into that blood to be cleansed and be purified, restored to its integrity, and filled with passion for what is rightfully yours, your unique passion and purpose. If you have been concerned about your path and what steps to take next, this oracle comes as an omen of good things headed your way. Clarity, reassurance, truth, and revelation. Don't hold on to belief systems or visions if it appears to be tossed on its head. Let things go the way they will, and good fortune will prevail for you. That vision might actually have been upside down all this time and suddenly able to right itself and be born for you if allowed to topple. Or perhaps there is a more fulfilling version of your vision lurking in its remnants to be scooped up by your soul with its hawk vision and eagle deftness. Trust that if you are being drawn away from tantalizing sweet shop, there is more delicious array of confection just around the corner for you. So yes, have your tantrum if you must, but you will be sheepish soon when you realize the hand of the great beloved that removes is the same hand that bestows even greater gifts. Now let's do a sacred honoring ritual, okay? Now, I want you to turn the palms of your hands down towards the earth. I want you to say these words. Say aloud, "What gratitude and trust I release that which is not rightfully mine." Open your hands, dear Aries, upwards towards the sky. Say aloud, "I give thanks for the grace that is bestowed upon me now as I accept my rightful divine inheritance." Stand with your hands in prayer at your heart and say loud, "I honor my heart wisdom. May my heart always be my leading light, showing me the way of grace. So be it." You will have completed your honoring ritual. Until next month.